All right, welcome back to Southern Cross Station, episode 26. So I want to get, if nothing else, at least this field done today. Um, we're trying to just get as much done, but I want to get this one planted. I want to get wheat or something in this field, and this is the last week that we can actually plant anything. So I want to get this at least, set up and ready to go. Let's see if we can get this thing moving again. I noticed this thing kind of takes a little bit to get moving, but once it gets going, it's fine. I keep watching the sales because I'm looking for a big, better big tractor, but, we don't have to replace it right away. I do have some stuff I'm saving up for. We did find out that the honey does sell good down at, or the building that we send it to. If we buy that building for 108,000, we can make cereal there. It's like, I'm guessing, something along the lines of Honey Nut Cheerios or something along that line, but not really. But yeah, we're gonna try and get as much of this done today. So we might be focusing on this field a lot, or we may not be pushing the clock ahead. It just depends on what we're gonna do. I would like to get this lined at least today. It's good. I want to get this done first, then get the line put on. And at some point, I mean, we don't, the nice thing is we can kick the clock ahead once we got the seeds in, so that's not so bad, because then we can come back and do the other job, because that field one, as you know, takes a long time. I cut a whole lot of that field out, the harvesting of that field lot in the last episode, just because it does take a lot of time, and I have a feeling that's the way we're gonna have to do that field over there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this in a time lapse so we got enough time to get other jobs done. looks like we're just about done here. Yeah, we got to start thinking about, we either got to think about replacing this tractor, or we need to get something that will direct plant. We may just put, what I'm trying to think, what I want to put. We may put corn in this field or something else, you know, something that can be planted with the planter, because our seeder is not a direct seeder, and we really need to sell it and get a different one. But we got to have money to do that, so I guess a lot of other things, unless something comes up on the sale, a lot of the other things we want to get to replace some of this stuff needs to just be put on hold. Like I said, this tractor, I don't know if the gearing's really close together, you know, on the way the person programmed it, but it'll get way up into the 2200s and 2400s before it'll even attempt to shift, and then it doesn't want to shift, and then it'll lose power and have to slow down again. So I don't know what the deal is. I mean, it's a good tractor. It's not that it's a crappy tractor or anything. It's just meant for long fields, you know. It's not meant for all this turning around. I'm trying to think. I want to go down and check on everything down here first. And of course it thinks this is an actual grass field, so we can mow this anytime we want. We don't need it done right this minute though. But let's go down and check on this, because I mean, we don't really need grass because we have plenty of grass down here. I'd like to wait to do this again until we have where we make hay. So I did grab some of these out of here. As you see, there's another one already here. This one was completely full, plus it had a bunch in stock. We could actually set both of these to auto sell, but I'd like to see if we can't get the most money out. This should have, when we sleep, this one should get another one. I think sheep should be okay. Yeah, they got tons of food. I did bring 2 bales over in case we need it. These bales all need to be sold. These are all silage bales, but I just stored them in there for whatever reason. But as you can see, we're 100% health. I think most of them are still juveniles or even considered babies. Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, they haven't quite, they're only about halfway to puberty, so, you know, and all of them are 4 months. But once we hit that, we should start getting, they can start doing, you know, start making more sheep, and then we'll get milk out of that deal. But as it does say down here, we can add hay to it as well. That'll help things, I think, once, but I want to wait before we put hay in there. I think what to do. I think we'll just go ahead and get this done. This will be a really quick job anyway. And then we can start thinking about, you know what? We're going to have to use the planter, because if I remember correctly, the only thing we can plant, the only thing we plant right now in April is wheat or barley. I mean, we can wait until September and plant stuff, because June, July, and August, we have plenty of stuff to sell. May is going to be kind of one of those, you know, so-so months. You know, we already got the sunflowers. Soybeans are already off the field. We don't have any potato. Well, potatoes are here anyway, but yeah, we don't have any of this stuff. And like I said, corn and that don't plant till next year. I would like to get this on here, though, so we can get this all done. And, but, you know, this thing spreads pretty wide, so we're not going to have a lot of problem with that. You know, so it should be fairly good. I think if we can get, you know, a decent planter, or I mean, not planter, seeder, or whatever, we'll do a lot better, because right now it's just, it takes a lot to get this field done. If we can get the seeder, we don't have to cultivate unless we switch between, you know, switch from cereal to the other, you know, to other, but as of right now, I don't see any reason to actually do that. But we're still, I guess, you know, even though we should be a lot further on than what we are, But we've been having good luck, you know. I'm actually personally thinking about putting in the syrup here because I'm thinking about putting it back over here in the, you know, kind of back towards the back here because I don't know if you guys watch Western Wilds or not, but man, we made a lot of money last week. Well, it was, you know, we passed 3 months total and we just had a ton of syrup in the thing, and right now we got the syrup on auto sell because I don't want to get a ton of it again like that. I'd rather it sell each month. But for right now, that's the way it's going to stay, you know, and then I'll shut it off when we start needing money again, you know, and you know, wait for it and sell it all in the best months like we just. But like I said, June, July, and August we sell. I think I don't remember the order, but it's corn, wheat, and the sunflowers. I think what or no, it's sunflowers. Yeah, soybeans and the wheat. So, you know, that's definitely stuff that we need to get done. I don't, like I said, I don't think this time lapse is going to take a whole lot, but let's just go ahead and get it done and over with, and then we'll have to bring the planter over here and plant this field because otherwise we're only going to have one field for the fall, you know, to or you know, next season to do anything with. We're going to have to plant one, but that's nothing new. Right. We just got a, what, one pass and then a partial to do? Actually, the one, oh yeah, I guess it is still showing yellow over there, isn't it? Yeah. We'll get the rest of this on there, and then we'll, I think we're going to do something a little different just to, okay, so it doesn't even think the rest of that needs to be done. Good. We'll just get this and call it good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the sprayer, and we're going to go spray the field over 26. Get that done. Wait, did I not hit V? Oh, there we go. But yeah, all these spots you see out here, you know, as long as we don't see it on the pH map down there in the corner, we're fine. But I am going to go swap out units and whatever else I need, and I will see you guys over on field 26. Okay, so we'll go kill weeds first. All right, so we're over here. I'm gonna get this all unfolded. You can see there are some weeds in the field, so definitely gonna have to get rid of the weeds first, since we've already got that in there. Then we'll bring the other the fertilizer over. I'm gonna see if I can get this so I can get started. But if I remember correctly, spraying this field does not take long. Depending on time, we may just do both jobs and get it over and done with, but I'm not sure. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm going to turn this into a time lapse at all because, you know, this thing's pretty big. I'm seriously thinking about getting, you know, down the road. I mean, I really think I should be getting a lot further on progression, but I think something's going to happen here in the next, you know, 10 episodes, and progression is just going to jump forward. I think it's just a matter of putting the right building in and start supplying that building, and all of a sudden we're going to make a ton of money, because that's what happened on Western Wilds. All of a sudden everything just kind of clicked and we ended up with a lot of stuff done. But I think we should be okay for this. We should only need to bring over meat. I think we might grab 2 of them over there because we've got like 4 of them that are all partials and 1 that's a full tank. So I'd rather not use the full tank if I don't have to, and leave it sit. But I kind of stacked them up so I knew which ones were which, and then I slid the full tank out of the way. But I'm thinking what we're going to end up doing is we're either going to do both applications on this field and be done with it, or we'll do a planting, then we'll come over here and get this done, and then we'll advance the clock type of thing tomorrow. I know we're not getting, you know, real big amounts of I think what we really need is, we had 1 more field, we'd have more stuff to do so that we could split up some of these jobs. I mean, and the nice thing is, it's like when I'm doing Western Wilds, it's not so hard to do because we don't we're not on the same schedule that we are here. You know, we have you know, it's just an open schedule. It's not the season schedule. On here, we're actually running seasons, so I do expect it to be a little harder. You know, even though we're on, like, I think we're on easy on there, and we're probably gonna have to change that. I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. I mean, if we're just making way too much money off of off that syrup, and we're, you know, going insane. I mean, we're going good, and I'm already looking at new stuff over there, but I'm looking at new stuff on here as well. But just haven't decided what I want to work towards. I think I really want to try and get the, decide, what do we want, what can we run, type of thing. There might be something that's as wide as that the one we have that can actually do direct planting, but I'm not sure. Because it'd be nice just to be able to use the John Deere on it and only use the big tractor for the really big jobs where we absolutely have to have it. I see when we planted this, we missed a few spots here and there. There's a few dead spots out in the field, I guess you'd call it. I mean, what I'm thinking is, even if we do find a good planter, I think what we're going to do is hold out for till actual planting season, or seeder, I should say. We'll hold out till the actual, time we need to seed the field. And if we happen to get a good deal on, I know which tractor I want. I want the 4-Trax. That's the John Deere 4-Trax. But, we know how the best laid plans of mice and men went, so. We'll see what happens, but doesn't always work out perfectly. But I think we got maybe 1 or 2 more passes of this, and oh wow, we're actually I know some of that's a lot of time lapses, but man, we're putting away the time already, let's put it that way. It's not like the one I did for, that I had to edit for last Monday. It was that was over 4 hours, or over 3 hours. I'm sorry, over 3 hours of footage, and I edited a lot out, and a lot of it was, just high speed stuff, that we were, stuff we were doing on the time lapse, and kind of cut too much out at one point, and we ended up with like a 27-minute video instead of our normal 30 to 40. But that's okay. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal. And we did get everything done. I mean, I want to get that field done, but it's either going to have to be done in 2 sessions, or we're going to have to just cut out a big section of that field, because the vehicles that we have right now just can't pull stuff quick enough to to finish that field in short time. It's still, we just don't have the equipment for that big of a field. They did give us some nice equipment. I'm not going to say they didn't, but at the same time, we just don't have the big equipment we need. So we're going to have to look at stuff. We're just going to have to wait. We're going to have to try and grab stuff when it's on sale and see what happens. And I mean, I have seen the John Deere once on sale, and it did go for like 200. I think it was like 200 and some thousand instead of 5, or maybe it was, yeah, something like that anyway. But it was still closer to 300,000. But still, it's more than enough money to of savings that it's worth buying the used one. Like I said, I'm not even sure if we're going to time lapse this one, because it's just one of those things. We don't really need it. I remember when the planter bounced here, so it don't really surprise me that that's like that. Like I said, we're gonna have to spray this field one more time, because we got to spray it with fertilizer yet. So, ooh, wait, we're out of. Oh shoot. I'm gonna quick jump over, grab the truck, and I'll bring one over that we can get, and I will. We'll be right back to finish that. All right, so yeah, that was interesting. I kind of tipped the truck over once trying to bring it back over here, but we're almost done with this. I thought, well, you know, since we're doing all this, let's go ahead and just bring the, you know, the other stuff over too, so we can finish the whole job. Because we're probably not getting it done today. We're probably gonna do it on the next episode because it's just gonna work out that way, I have a feeling. But you know, this does not take that long, you know, so definitely doesn't hurt to just do it this way, get it done and over with, and we'll just go from there. Because like I said, I don't think, you know, that unless we're running low on time, which I don't think is going to happen, this whole thing, you should listen to me talk the whole time during this field, most likely. But if not, you'll just hear me doing it here at the end where we ran out of stuff and we're gonna get the fertilizer ready to go. Cause I think we might as well, since we're probably gonna fold it all up and everything anyway, so we'll get that done and then we'll just kind of go from that point. So yeah, even looking at what I have left for time, even with all the time I know is going to go into time lapses, we're too far over, you know, that 3/4 mark to even try and you know, say, hey, we should do this, you know. But so we're just going to dump this one out. I'm probably going to have to move it just so that we don't have to worry about it. Okay, there we go. So let's see, that's the... Why was the empty one on the bottom? I swear I stacked it the other way around, but sure, let's go with that. All right, so that's all set up for tomorrow. I'll get it set up completely when we're in between. I'm going to take a look at some good ideas for tractors and stuff that, you know, different things that we can replace, because we're going to have to replace some stuff. Actually, I don't even want to get that. Anyway, I'll get these two things put back in the back in the truck. We'll have this one on the back, so when that thing's empty again, we got plenty of room. But yeah, we'll get all this set up and be ready to go for tomorrow. And then we'll plant the other field. Then we'll finally set the clock ahead. We may have to do May and June, but we'll do some work in May because, but if I remember correctly, June has, you know, some stuff that we can sell. And hopefully when we push those 2 months ahead, our sheep will start maturing. We'll be getting closer to start getting milk from them. And we can start thinking about selling off the milk from them, or, excuse me, or building a dairy that'll take the sheep milk and process it to cheese and stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow.